Hello. Well, it's Christmas morning, and as you can see, Father Christmas has been to the Healy house. No one else is up yet. I'm just preparing for my 10 o'clock service this morning. And the reading at that service will be from Luke chapter 2. I'm going to read that to you now. In those days a decree went out from the Emperor Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration and was taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria. All went to their own towns to be registered. Joseph also went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, in the city of David called Bethlehem, because he was descended from the house and family of David. He went to be registered with Mary, to whom he was engaged, and who was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for her to deliver her child, and she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in bands of cloth, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them at the inn. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. At 10 o'clock with the families and the children's at church, from that reading I'll be focusing on the traditional elements of the story. But there are two things that stand out for me today with what's going on in the world. Firstly, of course, the mention of Bethlehem and the thoughts of the situation in Bethlehem, literally as we speak. And then secondly, the fact that there was no room for them at the inn, that there was nowhere for them to lay their head. These two things remind us of what's going on in the world at the moment, not just in Israel, but of the number of refugees, the number of people who are homeless, and perhaps even more so, continuing the nativity story, the fact that the Holy Family had to flee to Egypt afterwards, and then were truly refugees. Obviously, with the families and the children, I won't be going into that in any depth, but with us here online, I just thought it was worth reminding ourselves of just how lucky we are to be in a safe country, and many of us with roofs over our head and presents under our tree. In yesterday's online service, I talked a little about God coming to earth, being among us, being with us, and about the theology of hope that comes from God being Emmanuel, God with us. This morning, I just want us really to think and to pray about how lucky we are, and how there are so many people in the world who aren't as blessed as us, and without really struggling to explain why there is so much suffering in the world, perhaps just sitting and being with God, thankful that God is with us, and doing that by listening to a song. It's a new song. It's produced by a friend of mine who was the keyboard player in our music group in my church in Christchurch, Jebel Ali in Dubai, Ben Wadilove, and it's written and sung by someone that he has helped produce, a lady called Rachel Chai. So let's just sit and listen to that song now, and just hopefully allow God to remind us that there is hope despite the struggles in the world because of Christmas Day. And I pray that your Christmas Day is a blessed and happy one. Merry Christmas.
Peace on earth, peace on earth, peace on earth seems far away this year. A child's play, a mother's prayer, and yet that's how you chose to come as a refugee in a borrowed bed to a troubled world. Nothing safe about the way you came. The grace of God in human shape to pay the price for our mistakes, 'cause we often get it wrong. Sometimes we don't try. A fallen world redeemed by a baby's cry. The seasons turn and now we're here. We're aching for the hungry, cold and fearful, but remembering that you came to find the lost, to heal the broken, to face a cross. Nothing safe about the way you came. But you did it anyway. Peace on earth seems far away this year. A child's loss, a mother's tears, and yet, dear Lord, that's why you came as a refugee in a borrowed bed to a troubled world. Nothing safe about the way you came. But you did